Hello, my name's Lisa French, hypnotherapist. I also work part-time in an office. If you haven't met me before, hello, lovely to meet you. Thank you very much for your interest in my group hypnosis sessions. I qualified as a hypnotherapist 7 years ago, and I work with people one-to-one and also do group work, and it's that aspect of my work that you're interested in. In my groups generally, I'll perhaps have some people who've not been hypnotised before, perhaps some who've maybe experienced hypnotherapy with other therapists, and often there'll be people who've already attended my sessions previously, which is why I decided to make this video, so that people that come regularly to my groups, they don't repeatedly hear me giving the introduction. But for those of you who are newer to hypnosis and perhaps haven't met me before as well, this video will give you a bit of information to help prepare you and to let you know what you'll be experiencing during the session. So each session will have a theme, and the theme could be perhaps a stream running down a hill in the countryside. It might be visualising a beach scene, somewhere you've visited or you'd like to visit, or somewhere from your imagination. In addition to that, there'll be a focus in terms of the desired outcome. And when I'm working with groups, generally the focus is on relaxation, de-stressing, allowing just any tension that's built up in your body and your mind just to kind of melt away, really, and to replace that with feelings of optimism and confidence, positivity, enthusiasm about the future. And the session will be quite energising. People, I think, often quite surprised how energised that they do feel after the session. And with all those characteristics, I would always say at an appropriate level for you. So you might experience an increased level in confidence, but it will be appropriate to you and your situation in a way that's going to be helpful and beneficial for you as well. I think it's really important to say that that's included in my sessions. Our world gets busier and busier. And the busier we get, the more important it is to be proactive in creating some time and space for relaxation. Our minds and bodies just really, really need it. We're constantly bombarded with information, and so some quiet time is so beneficial for the body, beneficial for the hours, days and weeks following some time of relaxation. And it does really help the body and the mind function at the optimum level and function well together. So there's lots of benefits from taking actually what is quite a short time out to relax. Hypnosis is a state of focused attention. Our focus of attention changes throughout the day quite naturally. You might be aware of perhaps a time where you were reading a book or watching a film, very engrossed in the plot of the film, and suddenly you become aware somebody's calling your name. And sometimes people will say, "Oh, sorry, I was miles away." It's that kind of sensation where you are aware of things and you can hear things, and it's that kind of drifty, floaty kind of feeling of being in perhaps your living room watching a film, but actually being engrossed in the set of the film. So it's that type of thing for people who are completely new. And like I say, really we all naturally change our focus throughout the day. During my group sessions you'll be seated, and I'll talk more about posture before the start of the session, but generally seated with a kind of upright posture, but also a kind of relaxed position, so you're not kind of like holding yourself in a very fixed position. If you have an itch during the session, you're totally fine to do that. You can move when you're in hypnosis quite easily. You can readjust your position to get more comfortable as well if you feel that you need to do that. So you're, as I say, completely free to move during the session, and you will be seated. If you wear glasses, you want to take those off. Anything to help yourself feel more comfortable is completely fine. Generally, people have their eyes closed. It's not essential. I will often say something like, you can allow your eyes to close when you feel ready. If you prefer to keep your eyes open, what you can do is just kind of gaze into the distance, a really kind of relaxed gaze, not focusing on anything. That's an alternative that can work quite well. It's entirely up to you. If for any reason we needed to leave the space during the session, I'd very quickly, very easily be able to re-alert you, and we could leave the room, we could leave the building, and all of us would be returned to our usual focus of what's going on around us. If you have any questions at all, do feel free to ask me, either by email. My email address is info@lisafrenchhypnotherapy.co.uk, or you can ask before your session or after your session. At any time, do feel free to ask any questions. The other thing which I quite like to do before a session is to ask people to consider how they're feeling in terms of stress before the session. So using a scale from 0 to 10, 0 would be completely chilled out, totally relaxed, and 10 would be super stressed, hyper anxious, completely overwhelmed. And so before the session, just kind of think where you are on that scale. I have a handout which also has a relaxation tip on it as well, and it's very much for your information, for you to keep. I usually fold them over so that you can tick the box on there if you'd like to, or you can just think in your mind how you're feeling before you start, and then after the session you can revisit that and think, actually, how relaxed do I feel, and just a chance to observe the impact of the session. So that's an optional activity if you'd like to do that before. And I think that's the key things really that I wanted to say before the session. As I say, thank you very much for your interest in the sessions, and you'd be really welcome to join in. So if you'd like to join in, let me know and I'll add you to the list, because capacity is limited due to the capacity of the rooms. But I really look forward to sharing with you the amazing benefits of hypnosis and the way that it can work very effectively in terms of calming our mind and body. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you at a session soon. Bye for now.